All right, let's move on to segment 5. Segment 5, which is
The Fives.
the Fives. Not to be confused with Johnny 5 episode, one of my favorite episodes that we've done so far. There's definitely a lot of individual segments, which even going back and watching, I've absolutely enjoy. I mean, so I have to edit them. I have to add, whatever effects, upload them, make sure they upload correctly. So anyway, I watch them like 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. And definitely there's a few where I'm like, yeah, it's good, but, it's a one-time watch. It's a watch once and forget. But I will say the Johnny 5 episode especially was one that I thoroughly enjoyed, really. Pretty much all the segments that we did. That one was particularly a lot of fun. The Valentine's Day one was interesting, only because we kind of just threw it together. It was good, but the Johnny 5 was anyway. Oh, it's a special place in my heart. So let's go to segment 5, which is the Fives. And what fives are we going to be doing this week?
We're going to draft strong female characters.
Strong female character draft.
Yes.
So this is like I'm creating my strong female dream team.
Correct.
Not necessarily what it's for. I mean, I guess we can get to that as we go. But we're building a dream team of some kick-ass ladies. All right. So do we want to do it like back and forth? You want to go through your full 5? How do you want to do it?
Well, draft-wise, it would be I go, you go.
Okay. And obviously,
you could go first.
We can't pick one that the other has chosen.
Once it's drafted, it's off the table.
All right. Then, so you're allowing me to have
you
first
can go
pick?
first.
Yeah. You don't want to flip a coin or anything? Okay, I'm going to go with first pick. First pick. My first pick of my top 5 kick-ass ladies, Vasquez from Aliens. So I purposely, because it was a draft and we didn't tell each other who we were picking, I made it a point to not go with the Ripleys.
The obvious, yes.
I
went out of my way too.
See? Now I feel bad. I would have gone with Ripley and Linda Hamilton. But that's good. Maybe that's good because we're going to get some.
Out of the Bat family.
Good for you.
Stayed out of the Star Wars.
Wow. So this is going to be an interesting list because it's not going to be kind of let's say the common cliche characters.
No, I tried to stay off the A-list.
All right. So, okay, then I'm good. My first pick is, has anyone ever mistaken you for a man? No. Have you? Vasquez from Aliens. Jeanette Goldstein. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting that
Spanish.
when I saw Aliens, I would not have thought for one second Vasquez was not Spanish, Latino.
Just a member of the tribe.
Right? And amazingly, nope, not a member. So we're just going to go with it was the 80s, so I don't want to get in a whole cultural appropriation, whitewashing thing, but I will tell you, at the time, I had no idea. And then I saw Terminator 2, where she plays like a curly-haired, freckled mom, foster mom to John Connor. I'm like, holy crap, that's Vasquez! Anyway, Vasquez from Aliens, my number 1.
That's a good one.
Draft pick. All right, sir, who are you going to go with?
So I am going to go with Evie from V for Vendetta.
Ooh.
Natalie Portman.
Ooh. Wow.
Starts out a damsel in distress, and by the end,
she's
masterminding the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Mm-hmm. That's a good pick. Plus, Natalie Portman. I mean, there you go. Funny, you went Natalie Portman V for Vendetta, not necessarily Natalie Portman Thor. Would have been a great. I'm forgetting the.
That's a throwaway character.
You think so?
Yeah.
Isn't she going to be in Love and Thunder? Isn't she the next Thor?
Yeah, she's going to be the Lady Thor, supposedly.
All right. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
She's just She's the typical lady scientist. Like, they picked a lady scientist to make a love interest kind of thing.
Gotcha. So it wasn't, it could have been.
I mean, Darcy is the better character.
Well, especially, when they had a chance to actually explore and elaborate on that character in WandaVision. It was nice to see. Anyway, that's a whole other segue. All right, so you are going with Evie from V for Vendetta as your number 1 draft pick. All right, my number 2 draft pick, Zoe from Firefly. Strong, military, feminine. I mean, to me, Zoe literally ticks every single box. And the fact that she's married to Wash, who of all the characters on Firefly, I would be Wash.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like I'd be the cocky, jokey, not really aware all the time what's going on pilot. I'm the least military out of kind of like the main command crew, and I'm not smart enough or good enough wearing glasses to be Simon. So to me, I'm Wash. So it seemed like a good fit. My number 2 pick, Zoe from Firefly. All right.
So I'm going to go Cara Thrace.
Oh,
Starbuck.
yeah.
Starbuck. Battlestar Galactica.
Wow. That's an awesome one.
The Han Solo.
It always blows my mind every time we do this back and forth list where I'm like, I like yours better. I want yours. That is an awesome choice. And funny enough, and then of course Katie Sackhoff played Bo-Katan.
Yeah. In
The Mandalorian, where she was awesome. She was excellent in that as well. Good solid
number 2.
Good solid number 2. All right, I'm going to go with this one. I love this one, but my number 3. Ogra from the Dark Crystal. Yeah. Ogra from the Dark Crystal.
She was on my standby.
Dude, she's got, she's connected into everything that's going on. She understands the prophecy. I absolutely love Ogra as a character. And you know how, just like everything else, you can't go in with all run and gunners, right? You got to have what I kind of call powerful support characters, right? You got to have a balance. And to me, Ogra brings the balance to my team. So
nice.
I'm going to go with...
I thought about that one.
Okay. Ogra is mine, number 3. All right.
So I'm going to going the bride, Beatrix Kiddo.
Oh,
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Good old Uma.
It's a good choice. It's a good call. Very good call.
Yeah. Gotta have a kick-ass.
Plus a sword.
Yeah.
I mean...
Tori Hanzo.
The martial arts and the sword. Yeah, again, when you talk about kind of ticking certain boxes in a list, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right, here we go. I'm going to go with Claire from the Claymore anime / manga. So if you're not familiar with Claymore manga, Claire is referred to as the silver-eyed witch, right? And the Claymores are literally all women monster hunters that can channel they're part monster themselves, and they can channel their monster powers. If you haven't seen the anime is actually really good. It's not quite as annoying as some of the other anime out there from a voice acting perspective, but the manga is, I think, really awesome, and she is an awesome character. So even if you're not familiar with her specifically, check out Claire and the Claymores. Claymores.
Claire
of the Claymores. So again, big broadsword, leaping, striking powers, just brutal strength, but also an incredibly interesting, sympathetic, feminine character to go with it, which right there.
Good.
My number 4.
Your number 4. So I'm going to also I'm going back to the Firefly.
Ooh.
And I'm going to pick Kaylee.
Oh, nice. Right there with that support character.
It's the glue that holds the whole thing together. Makes the ships run.
Very nice. Very. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
a shame we're finding out now that Joss Whedon is such a horrible person.
Yeah.
Because he does write like strong characters for females.
Like across the board.
Yeah. Buffy and
that you're absolutely right. It's
Firefly. Too bad he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. It's really it is a shame because from a creativity perspective, people that brought us Buffy, Joss Whedon brought us. He wrote the Avengers. He wrote obviously Firefly. He's written a number. I can't remember the list off the top of my head, but there's been other times where I've literally been like written by Joss Whedon, and it's like he writes some amazing stuff, and then you find out that in real life he's just a turd. He's just a dick.
Yeah.
It's disappointing because some of the best things. Some of the best either episodes or series that I've thoroughly enjoyed have come from a guy who ends up being a total asshole. It's disappointing because I would have loved to have seen more, and he's kind of starting to get the blacklist in Hollywood. He's going on the Hollywood blacklist, and
rightfully so.
That's.
But anyways, Kaylee.
That's a shame.
Kaylee's my pick.
Kaylee is an awesome pick. So I had a hard time with number 5, and I literally write it down, swipe it out. Write it down, swipe it out. I keep. I've been swapping these out, and I think I have to kind of call an audible. I got to go after a bit of a free agent on this last one, and it's probably not what you expect, but it came to me earlier, and I'm gonna go with it. Judi Dench. Yeah. Because you need a leader.
Yeah,
you need a leader. You got some strong. I've got some strong character here. Zoe has those definite leadership qualities, but she kind of always deferred to Mal.
She's she's the number 2.
Vasquez, serious, but and I'm thinking to myself, who am I missing? And I'm missing that person who is thinking tactically and putting all the plans together and able to execute. Right. So the last second, decided Judi Dench, from the James Bond series.
Nice, that's a good one.
Thanks. Thank you. So there you have. I'll wait for you to do yours, then we can go through the roundup. Ooh, all right, so Mike.
So my number 5 is Éowyn from Lord of the Rings. Sword Maiden.
Good
won't
call.
Be kept in a cage.
No.
Kills the Witch King of Agmar.
Awesome character. Awesome character. And a character who, obviously some of the other characters have story arcs, but as female characters go, she's one of the few that actually gets a story arc.
Yeah.
Through the second and third film, right? And part of the arc is, that she's as good as any man, any warrior, any fighter. Etc. And she has to kind of in Mulan style hide her appearance to get on the battlefield, but then ends up being the one who saves the king, right? Of Rohan.
Theoden.
Yeah, Theoden. Thank you. You're so much better with the names. Saves Theoden, the king of Rohan. And is able to, no man can beat me.
I am no man.
It's awesome. Great call, man. Great call. These lists are fantastic. I love these lists. So let me recap quickly my list. So I have in my draft order Vasquez from Aliens, Zoe from Firefly, Ogra from The Dark Crystal, Claire, the Silver-Eyed Witch from Claymore. And lastly, my Audible, Judi Dench as M from the James Bond series.
I had number 1, Evie, V for Vendetta.
Nice.
I had 2, a Starbuck, Battlestar.
Oh, that's Buck Rogers. Sorry.
And the Bride from Kill Bill, Kaylee and Firefly, and finally Eowyn of Lord of the Rings.
What a great list. And what I really find interesting is that without talking to each other in advance, we decided not to go A-list because we didn't want to risk that he would say, like, if he said Ripley, I'm like,
I'm done.
how am I gonna? I gotta come up with somebody at the top of my head right now. Yeah. So it's cool that we decided not to go A-list in the first place, but B, what an awesome, interesting variety. They still kind of play into the dream team. If you want to have the support character, you got to have the kind of the fighter, the brutal character. I don't know what the mission is, by the way. I never thought that far ahead of where the dream team going. For all I know, we're selling Girl Scout cookies or raising money. But still, when I think of dream team, I want to have that whole, A team kind of set of qualities. Yeah. And it's really cool that between both of ours, I think we had a very similar approach, but a real cool variety.
Yeah. We also left a lot out there, too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you mentioned it. You got the Bat Family. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of variety when it comes to my T-shirts, but I wanted to wear something that focused on the first female Robin, at least in the comic books from the '80s, the Dark Knight comic book, right? With the first female Robin, who ironically is also one of my favorite characters, one of the few DC Marvel pops that I got. And then, so you said the Bat, you got the whole Bat family.
Barbara Gordon's.
Oracle, Batgirl, Batwoman.
Catwoman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Harleys and Ivies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, as you said, we didn't go, Linda Hamilton with Sarah Connor, Ripley. There's so many.
Yeah. And
I will say that I'll take just a second to give kind of credit to who I think really helped drive the strong, and this we're going back, 80s, early 80s. Somebody who really started bringing forth incredibly strong female characters, where the movie focused on that strong female character, and that was James Cameron. If you think about it, he brought us Linda Hamilton. He brought us, Sarah Connor, of course, the character Sarah Connor. He transformed Ripley from Alien to Aliens, not just being the one who survived, but the one who goes back. Even, I know it's going to sound funny, but even Titanic and these other films, he's always been able to really bring forth very strong female characters and female leads, which was not extremely common.
Right. The Abyss.
A whole slew of great, strong female characters. And these were, yes, of course, I enjoyed Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone in the 80s. And but it's funny, I looked up more to the Ripleys and the Sarah Connors. I don't know why, it's hard to say. But to me, those characters today, you go back and watch those films and they still work.
Yeah, they hold up better.
They hold up so much better. Yeah. They're so much more relatable because they're not all just, look at the size of my muscles. Yeah. They're absolutely... You knew I had to figure a way to throw some irony in there. But they resonate. They're not just, I have big muscles and I walk around with massive machine guns. They are far more relatable, understandable, down to earth. And we're seeing a little bit of a resurgence now, but I'd love to see more. And not just Wonder Woman. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. I didn't love the second one. It's just because I didn't think the movie itself was particularly good. Mm. But I'd love to see more strong female leads in movies that are not just straight up ensemble.
Right.
Or I'm taking a character like a Black Widow, a Wonder Woman. I'd like to see more of the Ripleys and the Linda Hamiltons and that. It's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But that's what I'd like to see.
You got any honorable mentions?
I had such a hard time putting the list together. I had a few honorable mentions. I did have Robin at one point on my list. I actually brought Mantis back because it's one of my all-time favorite. Doesn't get a lot of screen time character from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and the Endgame. But I enjoyed Mantis. I had Call, who is the female android in the fourth, albeit pretty horrible, Alien movie, Alien Resurrection. Winona Ryder.
That's a good one.
Again, kind of from the support character. If I'd gone male, I would have gone Bishop right off the bat. But following the theme, Call is absolutely was on that list. So I had a few, but no other like major call-outs. How about you? Any other?
What did I have? I had Artemis, Ready Player One.
Nice. Although I would have gone, thinking of Ready Player One, I would have gone H.
H, yeah.
I would have gone H. Especially with the premise of inside the game world, H portrays herself as a man, as a strong man, and kicks ass, but in the real world is a woman.
Yeah. I also had Lady Jessica from Dune.
Oh, yeah. You could have gone any of the... Lady Jessica, the Bene Gesserit, Mother, I always forget her name. Moham, Sister Moham, or Mother Moham, whatever her name was. Or, of course, Chani. Would have been a good choice.
Another good one would have been Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
funny.
I didn't just pick that.
Well, I was just popped in your head.
In my head.
Well, now I'm thinking as I also love Noomi Rapace and Charlize Theron in Prometheus, and I actually I like Noomi Rapace in the movie, but the character Charlize Theron's character in the movie is I think fantastic. I love that character, and I love it so much that I'm pissed that it's the dumbest death, one of the dumbest deaths I've ever seen in a film. The way she plays. Her character in that movie is her and Idris Elba, ironically being not the main cast. To me, were the stars. Of the most movie. Interesting. They're the most interesting cast members in that movie. So that's a good. That's Charlize Theron is absolutely a phenomenal. Plus, Atomic Blonde is really, it is like very Cold War, James Bond, super action, beat 'em up, but they've basically said, take out James Bond, insert Charlize Theron, and she just nails it. I mean, nails it beautifully. It's good.
Does most of her own stunts in that one.
That I didn't know. She's one of my probably one of my all-time favorite actors. I don't know why.
Why didn't I think Furiosa either?
Oh, come on! What are we doing here?
I totally blanked on Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I think we gotta. Yeah, we might have to
make a new list.
Make a new list. How about just the Charlize Theron draft? All the various characters
table that.
she's played. I adore Charlize Theron, and I adore her in not just Fury Road and in a number of other things. She has a versatility about her that I love. I want to love the one Pepper Potts.
Gwyneth
Paltrow. Because I like her in the movies, but I can't. It's kind of that inability to distinguish between the character she plays and the nutty granola bar that she is in real life. It's just I can't get past that. Yeah. I do like the way she plays Pepper Potts, especially in the earlier Iron Mans. Yeah, but yeah, at some point it's kind of like then I'm like I like her a lot, but man, then you read stories about her. It's like woof, she's out there, dude. She's just out there.
Yes. Conscious uncoupling.
Yeah, it's just too weird for me. All right, so there you have segment 5. The fives. Our draft pick top fives. Let us move now to the final segment